Winspace T1500 frame in a size medium, bottle cages, pedals, 17 pounds, 10 ounces, 8 kilos, 7.99, 8 kilos. Stay tuned after the video where your free buy sent us on we are here. Thank you. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I finally have it. I have the Winspace T1500 Aero road bike. It took me so long to finally get this thing built up, but this is actually sold to a customer. I'm gonna get into all the specifics, everything like that, but as you guys just saw, this is a medium frame. This is with pedals, with cages, came in right around 17 pounds to 12 ounces, I believe. But that's with everything. And also, the customer who actually bought this bike, he does have multiple bikes. He has like a couple Tarmac SL7s, a Venge, and a Monda, Madone. The man has just bikes for days, but he wanted to try this bike out because we always talk so highly of him. But the bike looks insanely gorgeous. And if you guys were wondering on the build price, and this is where I'm going to talk about it, the bike is known for being such an amazing price point. The frame alone is obviously $1,580. He chose to put on the most expensive group set you can do on there. So the price alone on this bike, everything came out to around $8,000 with wheels and everything like that. Granted, he had the wheels laying around. We had a SRAM group set in stock. We're getting the one-piece bar and stem in there. We didn't have the size stem for him, so we're getting that in there. So right now we're just using that bar and stem in the meantime. But the bike looks absolutely sick. I'm going to talk about the whole build process of what I ran into, what I was used to, building up different bikes like that. But the bike looks insanely mean for what it is. We do have the large in stock, the Winspace bike large in stock on T1500 in white. We have some wheels in stock, the Hyper 50s as well. But man, that bike is gorgeous. So this is their Aero road bike. Retail is $1,580 at T1500. They come in all different sizes, extra small, medium, and large. I think they finally put that on there, but people kind of got confused because of the fact of the 470 size. So 470 is medium, 490 I believe, or 510 is large, or whatever it is, and 550 is extra large, and so on and so forth. But the bike came out absolutely beautiful. So with the bike, you get the frame, the fork, the spacers, the headset, the seat post. You get the clamp for an alloy rail. You also get the clamp for a carbon rail. And it also comes in rim brake and disc brake version. So this is obviously a disc brake version, but you can run rim brake on there as well. If you do have an electronic group set and disc brakes, you need to go, well, if you do have an electronic group set, you can only run the integrated stem and handlebar with electronic disc brake groupo. So if you have rim brake, you have to run external cables like this one. Also with the bike, the max wide tire clearance you can put on here is a 700 by 28C tire. The carbon layout, I believe, is a T800 to T700 mixture. So it's actually very stiff. I mean, we got on the bike. It feels like laterally when you get on top of the bike and you go ahead and torque down and kind of just try to shift your weight to make it bend. That thing is stiff as all hell. It feels really nice. But I'll go over the whole bike, show you guys the options on there. If you guys are interested, I have done videos before in the past on Winspace. Not only do I sell them at the store, but they also did send me out a pair of wheels a long time ago. This bike we purchased for our store to sell, but if you guys want to do buy product as well, I do have a discount code to save you 10% off of any frames or any wheel set in there for 10% off. It's GC Performance 10 to get 10% off at winspace.com or winspace.cc. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, starting off with the handlebars, we have on here the Zip aerodynamic ergonomic handlebars. It's more of the flat handlebar. I believe it's the SL70. It's a 42 centimeter handlebar. We have on here the Supercaz wrap with the no bar tape look, and then we went with a S-Works stem with titanium bolts in there just for the reason of it. What I figured out when I was building up this bike, I was planning on running this with a Tarmac stem, but because of the way these ran, it's not like the Tarmacs or the Venges where the cables run underneath the stem. They run inside the stem and through the bars. So when I was running this bike, I ran the cables through the fork and also ran the rear brake through the fork as well, and I had everything ran. But it was splitting right there at the spacers because you split apart right here in the front. You see a little split. It was splitting there because I was trying to make them come out right here, but obviously there's not enough room. So you need to run a stem and handlebar that can take it through there, like a Bontrager stem or there's like a Pro Vibe stem or something like that. Something that runs in through the stem, you can use whatever you want. But if you're trying to run it with the cables going underneath there, it does not work. So I just ran it external for now, but it still looks mean. I mean, it's only 2 wires and it looks really, really good. We have the full stack on there. We have the Winspace logo on the front, and then we have that nice blue, purple chameleon paint job. Wheels on here are going to be the Zip 404. They're not the new 404S. The Zip 404. Bladed spokes, zip hubs. I believe retail on these wheels are $2,500. And then we have on there the S-Work turbo tires, the Rapid Air 700 by 26C tires. These tires are tubeless ready. The wheels are tubeless ready, but he's running tubes on there just cause. And then for the brake rotors, we have on there 160 millimeter center lock SRAM red rotors. But yeah, the bike looks phenomenal. I'll get to the bottom bracket, everything like that too. But it was actually a really cool build. You have the T1500 logo on the top there. This frame is UCI legal, which it posts right there on the top. And also, just in case you're wondering, Team Amino Rip, which is a huge race team down here in Miami, just got sponsored by winspace to ride their bikes. So a big crit racing team down here in Miami, you're going to see them on winspace bikes from now on. So keep an eye out for them. They're called Team Amino Rip. And they're going to have all winspace products and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. You can see them starting to get a bigger name. They give you all the fixtures you need, and just in case you do want to run mechanical gearing or different brakes and stuff like that, they give you all different plugs to fill it up if you want. We have on here the S-Works bottle cages right here, S-Works bottle cage right here. You have the two areas as well. The big white winspace logo right there. And then all the dimensions and size, medium right there as well. For the crank, it is a 50-37 dual chainring, 50 on the top, 37 on the bottom. We have a cork power meter and then a SRAM red crank arm assembly for the carbon fiber crank arms, 172.5. Pedals are going to be the Look Keo ceramic blades. And then we have the SRAM red front derailleur for the top with a lithium-ion battery, SRAM red flat mount chain, and then a 1026 cassette with the SRAM red axis rear derailleur as well. 1026, 50-37, perfect gear setup for Florida. If you want, you can even get the 52 on there if you wanted to down the road for the chainring, but 50-37 will do just fine. As you can see, the way this seat post comes, it's mounted and tightened by this little binding bolt right here. So it's a 4mm Allen key. This tightens up this wedge. They have this nice little kind of dust cover plate so that way no dirt gets in there. And then their seat post, which is their own carbon fiber seat post. Very cool design with this like little T tail fin that they call it for the rear stays. It just looks kind of like a little fire jet. That's what they say that the bike gets the stiffness from and the aerodynamics. You can see they put a lot of carbon mold on the back here. It just looks like a little cool design. Lower for the seat stays, looks very, very nice. Again, the rear wheel is going to be the Zip 404 rear wheel. And then I'll give you a preview on the Freehub body sound test. Sounds very nice. Sounds pretty good. And then for the rear wheel as well, you're going to get the 160 millimeter rear rotor for the SRAM red axis. Bottom bracket on these bikes are a BB86. They are press fit, so keep that in mind. We did use a SRAM Dub PF86 bottom bracket in there as well. But yeah, the bike came out absolutely gorgeous. Saddle is a S-Works Phenom saddle. And yeah, so as of right now, winspace has the T1500 bike that you can get in rim brake or disc brake. The rim brake is $1,480. The disc brake is $1,580. You can buy direct from them. We sell frames as well here and wheels. They also do have a climbing bike, which I forget the name of, but they do have a climbing bike that you can get that comes in rim brake as well. And yeah, they are just releasing I think they just released on their website as well, a different version of the Hyper wheels in like a black edition, where the wheel, if you didn't like that butterfly weave, you can get that whole blacked out edition, and then they sell like a decal kit, I think, coming up too for it. So, but yeah, the benefit to this bike is you get a highly aggressive Aero bike, $1,500 pretty much, that you can build up with disc brakes, with an electronic group set. I think the ideal version of this bike will be this frame, SRAM rival axis, and winspace hypers on there, and you're walking out the door around $4,000 with barn stem combo, everything like that, and the bike is going to be an absolute crit machine. So very nice. In future bikes, I would like to see a little bit wider tire clearances, just because that's what everyone's doing nowadays. Is it for me? No, but people like to run at 700 by 30 or 32 for some reason on the road, but they have the option. This is still 700 by 28. But the best idea is that you're giving the consumers what they want by at least giving them the option to choose to stay with rim brake or disc brake on there. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this build. The customers are stacked on it. I think it came out really beautiful. And again, 17.5 pounds with everything on there for a full Aero bike. Looks very, very nice. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, so here comes a Freehub body sound test on the Zip 404s and SRAM XDR cassette. Here we go.
You guys hear that? So,
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys so much.